Assalamualaikum and selamat sejahtera to my lecturer, Sir ELYAS SULAIMAN MOHANDAS, and to all my friends. First of all, my name is Muhammad Hazim bin Azmi. I am from MBU 223, Bachelor of Music in Business. My group for ELYAS 590, MBU 590. So today, week 13, I will do activity 27, Persuasive Speech, mock PS, practice 2. So I will do the presentations on full speech as a practice. So my speech is about why being social is good for us. So activity 26, I'm telling about the ways of being social and the important side of being social in our age, adult. So for today, I will tell about the positive and negative if we are being alone, and I will tell about the pro and cons, and I will tell about six solutions get service if we have this problem. So first, I will start with pro and cons of being social or being alone. Some people naturally prefer time alone, and that can be fine. Roughly 50% of this population can be categorized as introverts, meaning they get the most value in life out of time spent on their own. Being alone can offer a rich psychological experience, but too much solutions can have a negative impact on both one's physical and mental health. Let's explore the pro and cons of being alone. First, pro of being alone. Being alone allows our brain to recharge. Our brain need balance, while social interaction are crucial to contain area of brain activity. Time alone is necessary for our brain to unwind and recharge. One doctor says, explain, constantly being on doesn't give your brain a chance to rest and replenish itself. Being by yourself with no distractions give you the chance to clear your mind, focus, and think more clearly. It's an opportunity to revitalize your mind and body at the same time. Next, being alone increase productivity. Like fact is, people can pretty distracting. When you remove as many distractions and interruptions as you can from your day, you are better able to concentrate, which will help you get more work done in shorter amount of time. Small interruption from workers or family member can disrupt our train or talk and make it difficult to get back into a project. Next, being alone boosts creativity. Creativity tends to flourish in solitude. Studies are now showing people actually more likely to come up with their best idea on their own rather than during group brainstorming seasons. Human beings in general and creativity in particular are sensitive to criticism from others, which is one reason why so many of us are able to think more freely and express ourselves more clearly when we are alone. So this is the good side of being alone. So next, being alone can actually strengthen relationship with others. There are several reasons why spending some time alone can actually improve our relationship. For starter, differentiations. Being a separate, autonomous individuals and linkage, being emotional and physical close are essential ingredients for a healthy relationship. Maintaining a certain level of independence help keep the spark alive in relationship. Furthermore, time alone allows us to appreciate our time with others more, rather than taking it for granted or feeling overwhelmed by it. So that's all for pro of being alone. Next, I will explain about cons of being alone. So first, being alone makes us vulnerable to our inner critics. Being alone with our thought isn't always a good thing. Isolation can be perfect breeding ground for negative, self-critical thought. We all have an inner critic, a nasty coach that lives inside our heads and seeks any opportunity to criticize us. This critical inner voice tends to multiply when we are left alone with our thought. The critical inner voice tends to be at their worst when we are not alone, but are also feeling lonely. At this time, the inner critic tells us that something is wrong with us and we don't belong around other people. In this sense, we are our own worst enemy. Next, being alone can lead to painful loneliness. It is important to distinguish between time spent happily alone and time spent feeling lonely. Neuroscientist John Sacipio, who has made a career of studying loneliness, defines loneliness as perceived social isolation, or the disparity between what you want from your social relationship and your perceptions of those relationships. In this sense, loneliness is not defined by the amount of time we spend alone, but rather by how we feel about the time we spend alone. Feeling lonely can trigger feeling of being in love or be unlikable, which can lead us to turn on ourselves. Feeling lonely is actually painful on a physical level as well as emotional level. Next, being alone or lonely can lead to depressions. Time spent more alone and feeling lonely can lead to depressions. In fact, study now show that a lonely brain is structurally and biochemically different. When someone is lonely, their neural response to positive image and events get suppressed. So the world is perceived through a negative filter. We are more likely to believe that things are hopeless when we are lonely. Things make it more difficult to sum up the energy and bravery to find happiness and change. So for the last cons of being alone is being alone can be bad for our health. Too much time alone is bad for our physical health. Studies have found that social isolation and loneliness can increase the likelihood or mortality by up to 30%. Research claims being social connect is not only influential for physiological and emotional well-being, but it also has a significant and positive influence on physical well-being and overall longevity. It is important to maintain strong social connections, even if you prefer to spend a majority of your time alone. So, what's the verdict? While human beings need time alone, allow their brains to rest and rejuvenate, too much time alone or lack of social connection can be harmful to our mental and physical health. It is important to distinguish between healthy time alone, when we are being productive, creative, and introspective, versus negative time alone, we are being self-critical or feeling lonely. If you find yourself constantly around others and feeling depleted, make sure to schedule some healthy alone time. If you find yourself predominantly alone or feeling lonely, make sure to invest more time seeking meaningful social connection. Whether you are introvert or an extrovert, it is important to find the right balance for you. So next, I will talk about the seek solutions get service if we have this problem. So if we have a problem in social, or we love to being alone, so my suggest for you guys, or all the people, first find the doctor. Find doctor if you are all if you already old, if you already adult. So for the student, or student in school, you can go to counselings to get the solution, to get the uh, better ways to get social. So um, okay, that's the first reason. And lastly, if you right now we have pandemic COVID-19, so most people, many people just stay at home. So we just talk with our parents or our sibling, because they know us more than others people. So just talk with them. I have problem with my social. I'm like to being alone. So what you suggest to make me better in social? So yeah, maybe our parents can suggest a better ways than other people, because they know us better. So that's all from me for activity 27. Thank you.